Hey everybody. So, as you know, or probably know, I had a biopsy done about a week ago, and I'm starting to get back some of the results. And so they were testing hormone receptor status and HER2 receptor status, as well as genetic mutations. And I haven't gotten the genetic mutations part back yet, but I've been told that my hormone status is the same as HR positive, which means it has receptors for estrogen, which is good because there's treatments for that. Um, the HER2 status has changed. It was 2, which is kind of like slightly elevated amount of these receptors on the cells, which I think it's called human epithelial uh, receptors for growth. So if you have a lot of these receptors on your cells, it makes it grow faster. So apparently now I'm considered positive rather than just equivocal, which is kind of like borderline. So being a positive, HR2 positive, means my treatments are going to change. Or they should change, because my doctors haven't gotten to me back yet. But it's really soon. I don't expect them to have all that information yet. But as I'm doing my research, the new medication I'm starting today is Piqray, and that's supposed to be for HR positive, HER2 negative, and I'm not HER2 negative anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen. And as I read more about HER2 positive breast cancers, from what I've read, they're more aggressive, they grow faster, and they tend to have a harder time responding to medications. So I don't know if they're going to be adding heparin to my treatment, or if they're going to not have me on the Piqray for my mutation, or that we're going to, do hormone, because I'm still hormone positive. So I have mutation positive, and I'm also now HER positive. So I have 3 things that they can tackle to really shut this thing down for a while. And from what I've been reading, the heparin, which is for the HER2 mutation, not mutation, well, I guess it's a mutation, it works for a pretty long time when it works. So that's positive. Hopefully that they will do that, because so far people I've asked who are on Piqray, the new medication for the PI3KCA mutation, PIK3CA mutation, the one lady said that she was positive and it didn't work for her. So I'm like, ooh. Okay, so I emailed my doctor about adding heparin to my treatment, and hopefully that will do the trick. It's an injection, so that means I have to go in. I don't know how often I have to. As the IV thing is great. I get to get a port now, probably. But if it works, it works. I'll just have to deal with that. It's a little disappointing that that's changed, but that's how cancer goes. The breast cancer, especially that I know of, it can mutate and change statuses. Whenever drug starts working, that's a possibility. And my drugs had stopped working, so something had changed. So, a thing that I also found that kind of made me worried is that since the HER2 positive cancers are more aggressive, they're also more likely to spread to the brain. So I'm like, great. So we'll have to be, probably now when we do our next scan, we'll probably have to be checking the brain to make sure it's okay too. But I don't feel like anything's wrong with my brain, so that's good. But it's a worry, and I'm not surprised that it's HER2 positive, because I do have a lot of lymph nodes that lit up. And I mean, the ones in the neck here on both sides, they're definitely the brightest thing on my scans. So anyway, as I learn more, I'll let you know. But the HER2 change in my breast cancer is definitely going to be an interesting new challenge. I'm not discouraged, but I am concerned, and I have a lot of research and reading to do. So stay tuned for latest updates, and hopefully you will learn something too. All right, you have a great day. Stay healthy, and